Welcome everyone to the Break Knight Props YouTube channel. I am Craven Knight, and on this episode I'm going to showcase a piece that I worked on back in October in hopes of incorporating it into a potential cosplay. It's this big Vegeta hairpiece that I made out of EVA foam. Now, I've been talking about how much I've been enjoying making stuff out of EVA foam, and this hairpiece is something I'm very proud of, I'm very happy with, and it's displayed above my TV in my living room, so I see it all the time. So here it is. The Vegeta hairpiece. Back to back with the hair sticking out. Now, I'm very proud of this. Granted, it is not perfect. This is the first time I've attempted something like this. But I had some ideas. There's certain things I could have done better, but I had some ideas on how I really wanted to do this. But you know what? Let's get a closer look. Alright, so here it is. My Vegeta hairpiece that I made completely out of EVA foam, and you can look at the certain points where it's just not perfect. I kind of threw some foam in there to just kind of fill in some gaps, because you can actually, if you look close enough, you can actually see you can see there's some like little air holes in there, which is nice. That was kind of an afterthought. Once I realized they were there, I was thinking that's perfect, because then the top of my head can breathe, because this can get pretty warm to wear. So but you can look at it up close. You see there's some lines in there, and what I did for that was, once it was all done, I just took an X-Acto knife and just went all over the place with the linings. Just try to go as straight as possible, make it look like it was just a crap load of hair that was completely gelled up. And then taking a heat gun to expand those linings to make it pop a little bit more, so you can actually see those lines, so they're not just kind of hidden in there, and some are wider than others. As far as the shapes and pieces go, a lot of it is 3 pieces glued together using barge cement to mold it together, so those seams can be kind of very unnoticeable. If anything, the seams are kind of part of the lining to make it look like real hair. And then you have these other pieces, which is just thin foam, just single sheets, and then this back piece, which was inspired by looking at this piece right here. The actual action figure, the one Vegeta action figure that I have. Actually I have 2, but this is after looking at some photo references, I kind of wanted a 3D reference to go by, but this is one I have because it's the oldest one that I have, and I kind of went off of this for some of 3D concepts for what to do with it. There's some things I wish I did a little bit different, like adding a little bit more hair pieces here instead of it just being this solid big giant piece right there. But for my first time doing something like this, being an idea that I had maybe about 3 years ago, I'm finally executing it because I had the resources to do it. I'm very happy with this. And on the inside you see I have some little pieces of foam in there that I got from my job that was actually just in some packaging, used for packaging, and I just cut it up and I just crazy glued it or hot glued it on the inside. That way the black from the inside of the foam is not touching my head and not making my head dirty or anything like that. So it's actually kind of a comfortable fit. It's not bad at all, and it's a little snug. So I'll wear it and I'll show you guys exactly how it went. After I put some plastic dip spray on this and then sprayed it, painted it black, and then sealed it, it still came out pretty nice. It kind of has a nice shine to it, as if it's gelled up hair. So let me put this on for you guys. Alright, so now I'm going to put it on just to show you how it looks. I'm probably going to take a seat because it's so big. Look at that. Completely ridiculous. I haven't worn this since I randomly put it on for a selfie, but let's just take a look, and you see how it just kind of forms properly. That back part hits the back of my head so it doesn't fall or slide off or anything like that. But with the foam on the inside, it definitely helps so the black from the inside doesn't touch my head. And I wore this for Halloween when we took my little nephew My nephew going on 2 years old, we took him trick-or-treating, and my other nephew and my niece, we went trick-or-treating. My niece saw me wear this, and she saw this, and she just freaked out, and I think ever since, she's just been a crybaby every time she's around me. So I kind of traumatized her with this. Honestly, it was a crapshoot that this thing came out as well as it did. To have something that can hang above my TV and is just displayed and I can wear whenever I decide to do a Vegeta cosplay. I do enjoy being able to show you guys what I'm working on. There's some other projects that I'm working on, cosplay stuff that I'm doing for other people, little projects that I did for other people that I definitely want to show all of you. Let me stand up, a little more formal. Stand up, give it a little distance so I can get this hair. I'll lean back, that way you can see it. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching Break Night Props with me, Craven Knight, and checking out my headpiece and the other items that I've made out of foam. But yeah, this is really fun, and I did just start back up my Breaking Night podcast again. Breaking Night podcast, what it is a podcast where I get to sit down with friends and we get to discuss just topics of stuff that we're interested in. That's kind of what the podcast was. I'm gearing towards a new direction with the podcast where I want to just talk about being creative and collecting and stuff that inspires us to be creative and be as inspiring to other people. That's what I want to do. Do subscribe. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this, and also leave a comment as well if you have any questions or comments or anything negative or positive to say. And then I have the Breaking Night podcast that I just told you about. Go check that out. I have a huge backlog, and I will be releasing an episode where I got to sit down and chat with a friend of mine, Sean Iredale, who is a comic book artist, a really good one at that. And we got to have a great discussion about video games and other nerdy stuff. But the aim for the show is going to be creativity, inspiration, and all that. But thanks again, everyone, and do just like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will talk to you soon. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'll talk to you next time.